everyone, welcome to quarantine workout number 62. Today is yoga, so let's get started. Let's start on all fours. Wrists are directly below the shoulders, shoulders are back and down, tuck those toes under. We're going to start with our cat-cow. So on the inhale, inhale, look up to the ceiling, round, arch that back, and on the exhale, you're going to round up, look towards the belly button and press through those shoulder blades. Inhale and exhale. Just warming up the spine. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Do a couple more of your own breath. Yoga is linking breath to movement, so each movement we're inhaling, exhaling, and come back into a neutral spine, shoulders down and back. So let's take that left leg and bring it up just to level with it, so those hips stay level, and extend that right arm straight out. Hold it right here in that bird dog pose. Hold, reach those fingertips, reach that heel towards that back wall. Pull that belly button in. So you're not arching in that back, dumping into that lower back. Everything's nice and tight here. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that back down. Let's extend that other leg and extend that up. Extend that arm out. Hold. Reach those fingertips. Shoulders stay down and back. Hips stay level. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Place that back down. Let's take that left leg out again. This time we're going to take that left leg across the right, and you're going to look at that right toe, just stretching out that whole left side. And bring that back. Let's do the other side. So take that leg out, take it across the left side, and look back at that right toe. And bring that back into the center. We're going to press back through those heels and come on up into down dog. Pressing through those shoulders, looking through the legs at the horizon behind you. Lifting that tailbone high. So first down dog, you can gently pedal out those knees one at a time. Pressing through those shoulders. And then find a point of stillness and just hold it right here. On the inhale, we're going to look up and tiptoe those toes back up to the hands. Exhale, fold. You can cross those elbows or grab onto those elbows. Let that head just hang here. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. You can sway back and forth with those elbows. Loosen up that lower back. And place those hands on the floor. On the inhale, we're going to draw everything up to standing. Reach towards the ceiling. Exhale into mountain pose. Inhale, lift up again. Take that left wrist and that right hand, and we're going to bend over to the side, keeping that heart open, looking through that left bicep. Inhale, lift up, and let's do the other side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lengthen, half monkey pose. And exhale, hands come to the floor. Step back with those legs into that plank position. So here in plank, you can stay up in plank if you're familiar with yoga and you've done this before. Or you're going to drop those knees to the floor so you're in that low plank. And you're going to draw those elbows right past that ribcage into that chaturanga. Inhale, pull those elbows back, lift the heart into baby cobra. And exhale, roll over the big toes, press yourself back into down dog. Take a couple breaths here in down dog. And on the next inhale, look up, walk the toes back up to the hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, draw the arms all the way up. Exhale into mountain pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend the crown of the head towards that front wall. Exhale, lower, step the feet back into plank. Drop to your knees if you need to, or shift just a little bit forward. Elbows go right by that rib cage. And on this inhale, pull yourself up into upward facing dog instead of that. Or you can be a baby cobra, your choice. Exhale, roll over the big toes, right into down dog. Take a few cleansing breaths here. Throughout the practice, we'll be in down dog quite a bit. If you need to rest, you can always drop the knees and come into child's pose. Inhale and look up. Walk the feet back up to the hands. Exhale and fold. Inhale, draw the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step the feet back into tall plank, shift forward and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, pull the hips up to those wrists, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the big toes into down dog, hold here. On your next inhale, look up, walk the feet back up to the hands, and exhale, fold. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale into mountain pose. Let's add on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift the heart and lengthen. Exhale, step or float the feet back, tall plank, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up to the ceiling. Bend, stack, and open the right hip so that right knee is over that left leg. Draw that right heel into that butt if you can. Get that nice stretch in that hip flexor. Option, draw little circles with that right knee. Try and make them a little bit bigger. And switch direction. And bring that right knee in towards that right elbow. Right back out. Bring that knee into the nose. Right back out. Bring the knee into the left elbow. And extend that right leg into fallen triangle. Pivot over on that left foot and extend that left arm up to the ceiling. Lift that right hip off the floor. High as you can, reach through those left fingertips, and exhale, hands come back down. Extend that right leg back up, three-legged dog, place it back down on the floor into that down dog. Nice, let's do the other side. We're gonna extend that left leg up to the ceiling. Bend, stack, and open that left hip. Draw that left heel into that left glute. Draw circles with that left knee if you want. And other direction. Bring that back out straight. Bring that knee right into that left elbow. Right back out. Knee comes into your nose. Right back out. Knee into that right elbow. And extend that leg. Pivot over on that right heel and extend that right arm up to the ceiling for that fallen triangle. Reach through those right fingertips. Lift that left hip. Deep breath in. And exhale. One more inhale. On the exhale, bring that right hand to the floor. Come back into three-legged down dog. And place that foot on the floor into that down dog. Inhale, look up. Walk the feet back up to the hands. And exhale, fold. Inhale, draw the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale into mountain pose. All right, let's move on. So we're gonna inhale. Sit into chair pose, Uttanasana. So sinking through that lower body, we're reaching through that upper body. Sit way back on those heels, tilt that tailbone under, hold it right here. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. A heat building pose, so build that heat And those legs. Pull that belly button in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the feet back. Shift forward and lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. So we're going to pivot that left foot. Step forward with that right foot. Inhale, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. So take those hips, turn them towards the front. Extend those arms up, pinky fingers in, so drop those shoulders away from the ears. If you need to stagger the feet a little more, you have tight hip flexors, that's fine. So you want those hips pointing forward. Inhale, straighten both legs. Open those arms out. Make sure that right heel is going directly through that center of that left foot. And exhale into warrior 2. So I'm going to turn so I can face you. Stay right there in that warrior 2. Looking out over those right fingertips. So this is your deepest of all warriors. I want you to focus on spreading the mat apart between your feet. Taking that right knee, opening it up. Don't let it close in. Lifting up nice and tall. Flip that right hand, reach forward, and exhale, revolve that warrior. Inhale, come into side angle pose. Reaching through those left fingertips, all the way through the outstep of that left foot. Nice straight line with that left side of the body, stretching it out. Eyes come to the floor. Rotate that left hand to the floor, right hand to the floor. Step back into that tall plank. Center that right hand and come into side plank, extending that left arm to the ceiling. Option here, dropping that right knee is perfectly fine, reaching through those left fingertips, or you can stack those feet and lift that left leg, your choice. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes come to the floor, left hand comes to the floor. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over those big toes into down dog. This time we're going to inhale that left leg up and, and step that left foot all the way through. Pivot that right foot open. Come up into warrior 2, or warrior 1. My fault, Virabhadrasana 1. Take those hips, turn them forward. Pinkies towards each other, opening up those shoulders. Sink nice and low. Nice deep breath here. We're going to straighten both legs, turn open to the side. Left heel slices right through the middle of that right foot and drop down into that warrior 2. I'm just going to turn around so I can see you. Or you can see me better. Looking over those left fingertips. Take that left knee. Make sure it's not coming in. Draw it out. Open up that left inner thigh. Spread the mat apart between your feet. Get as low as you can, reaching those fingertips. Nice strong arms here. Flip that left hand, reach through those left fingertips, and reverse that warrior. So no pressure on that right leg, hands just resting there. Reach up through those left fingertips and look up through that left bicep. Deep inhale, exhale, extended side angle pose. Reach through those right fingertips all the way through the outstep of that right foot. Nice straight line with that right side. Look up through that right bicep. Stay nice and light on that left arm. Make that core work. Inhale, lift back up into warrior 2 and circle the arms down to the floor. Step back with the left, center that left hand and come into that left side plank. Remember your options. Dropping that left knee, stacking the feet, lifting that right leg. Go wherever you're at here. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes come to the floor. Right hand to the floor, shift forward and lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's hold this down dog for 5 breaths. Remember, this is your chance. If you need to recover here, you need a little break, come down into child's pose and hold it there. On your next inhale, look up, walk the feet back up to the hands, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sit into chair pose, Uttanasana. Sinking with that lower body, reaching with the upper body. Tuck the tailbone under, pull that belly button in. And exhale into mountain pose. Nice flow. Let's do another one. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the heart. Exhale, step the feet back. Lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Bend, stack, and open. If you want to flip that dog, you can flip your dog if you know where you're going. Just make sure all 10 toes are pointing towards that opposite wall. Reach through the right fingertips. Exhale, bring that dog back over. And right knee comes into that right nose. Step all the way through. So you're in that low, low lunge. Hold it right here. Ankle is right underneath that right knee. We're going to come up into that crescent lunge. On the inhale, come up. Hold here. So your option here is you can always drop that back knee and stay right here. It's your choice. Drop those shoulders. With that knee lifted or lowered, it doesn't matter. Bring those hands into that heart center. Take that left elbow, cross it over that right leg into that prayer twist. So you're looking up towards the ceiling, pressing, using that force against that left elbow and right knee to press that prayer, twist that prayer down into the heart. Make sure you're not pressing on the wrist though. Hands are just resting on each other. You're using that elbow to twist. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes come to the floor. Hands come to the floor. Step back with the right foot. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up high as you can. Bend, stack, and open that left hip. Stay right here. Or flip that dog, all 10 toes, towards that back wall. Reach those left fingertips out. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring that dog back around. And bring that left knee into the nose. Step all the way through. So you're in that low lunge. Remember that ankle is right below that left knee. On the inhale, remember you can drop that right knee here, or you're going to come up into that crescent lunge. Hold it right here. Nice strong legs. Hands come into heart center. We're going to take that right elbow, cross right over that left leg and twist. Like you're wringing out your abs, like a dishcloth. Keep twisting. Press against that left leg with that right elbow. Twist just a little further. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Eyes come to the floor, hands come to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold here, 5 breaths. Remember, you can be in child's pose here. Working this down dog, trying to get those heels to the floor. On the next inhale, look up. Walk the feet back up to the hands. And exhale, fold. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Or you come into gorilla pose. So you're going to place those hands right underneath those feet. Toes are all the way up to the wrist. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Bend your knees so those hands can get all the way under those feet. Head hangs down, and then start to straighten your knees if you can. Remember, they can be as bent as you need to. Use your head as a weight. Just let it hang here. You're massaging those wrists a little with those toes. And release those hands. On the inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose, shoulders down and back, chest lifted. Exhale, step the feet back into that tall plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale back up. Knee comes into the nose. Inhale back. Knee comes to that left elbow. Right back out. Knee right to that right elbow and step that foot all the way through. So your both hands are on the instep of that right foot. We're going to come into our lizard pose. So hands are on the instep. You're going to drop that back knee to the floor. You can come onto the outstep of that right foot, letting that knee fall open, and you can hold it right here. Or you can come down onto your elbows, wherever you feel comfortable, and we're going to hold it right here in that lizard pose. So you can be on the outstep of that right foot, letting that right knee just fall open. Couple more breaths here. Inhale the hands back up. Step that right, come up on that left foot and step that right foot back into tall plank. Lift those hips into down dog. Inhale the left leg up to the ceiling. Left knee comes into that left elbow. Right back out. Knee comes in, touches that nose. Right back out. Knee to that right elbow or tricep. Back out. Knee back to that left and bring it all the way through. So both hands are now on the instep of that left foot. Drop that right knee to the floor. You can come out to the outstep of that left foot and drop that knee out a little bit. And come onto your elbows if you choose, or if that's a little too much today, you're going to stay right on those hands. Hold here in that lizard pose. Nice deep breathing. Use your breath. Just relax into the stretch. Come back up onto those hands. Curl over the right toes and step back into that tall plank. Hold that tall plank. We're going to do a few chaturangas here. So you can always drop down to your knees here, but we're going to let those elbows pass right by that rib cage and right back up for 4. Another one. 3. 2. Last one. Lower, slow, 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 all the way down to the floor and rest on the floor. Bring that left cheek to the mat, hands come back. Toes together, heels just fall out to the side. For just a little break, little shavasana here. And then we'll keep moving. All right, so bring those hands out to the side. Bring that forehead to the floor. Heels, zip up those legs, heels together, toes together, legs are together. On the inhale, we're going to lift everything up like an airplane, taking off for flight. Inhale, lift up, hold it here. Squeeze those shoulder blades, lift those legs together, looking just about a foot in front of you. Nice deep breath, don't forget to breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, higher, 1, and bring that down.
All right, you can do that same thing again, especially if you need to strengthen that back a little bit and don't want to go very far beyond that, or you're going to reach back and grab those ankles, both sides, and we're going to come into bow pose. So keep that neck neutral, spine stays straight. On the inhale, kick through those heels, lifting that chest. Hold it right here. The harder you kick, the higher up you come. 2 more breaths. And exhale, release those legs, release those feet, press yourself back, come into child's pose. Reaching those fingertips, knees are spread wide. And bring yourself up. So we're going to do a frog pose, so I'm just turning towards you. This is probably one of my hardest poses for me because I have tight hip flexors, but you're going to turn those toes out and you're just going to come down as far as you can, walking those hands forward, coming down onto those forearms. Just letting those legs come out as far as you can. Or I should say groin and hip flexors. Make sure those toes are turned out to the side. Hold it right here. For 5. Breathe, nice deep breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out of that. All right, we have our inversion where you're going to do a crow pose. So first we're going to come into our yogi squat. So bring this up, toes turned out, and elbows in between those knees, and we're going to come down into our yogi squat. If you have a block and you want to sit on a block here, that is perfectly fine too. So you're going to hold this yogi squat. If you want to come into crow pose, you can join me. If this is enough right here, you're going to stay right here in the yogi squat, or you're going to bring those hands down, walk those feet in, try and get those knees as far as you can into those armpits. You can start with a block, placing those toes on a block, slowly lifting one toe off at a time, or if you can, lift both toes off together and hold it right here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back into that yogi squat. Hold right here. You want to place that right hand on the floor, reach up with that left hand, and switch. One more time each side. Place those hands down, press through those legs, come all the way up, walk those legs out, turn those toes slightly in now, and come into our forward fold, legs wide. Drop the crown of the head. You can flip those hands behind and walk those hands back. Try and pull just a little bit more. On the exhale, get a little closer. And hands come back to the waist. Using that core in the inhale, lift yourself up. Nice. Arms come out. On the exhale, I want you to clasp your hands behind you, shoulders down and back. So you're trying to get those palms together behind you. Inhale, lift the heart. And on the exhale, fold over, letting those arms just fall right behind you. Inhale, use the core again, lift yourself up. And exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step or float the feet back. Lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look up. Float the feet all the way through into your seated position. Alright, we're going to come into our boat pose. So legs out, we're just doing this one time. Chest lifted, so you're not curving the back. Lift the chest in that nice V-sit. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. With oars, without oars. Straighten those legs if you can. Hold. Last one. Bring that down. Slowly lower yourself down to the floor. Take your time. All the way down to the floor. Bring those heels into those glutes as close as you can. We're going to come up into bridge pose. So inhale, lift those hips as high as you can. Squeegee those shoulders underneath you if you can. Clasp those fingertips and press them into the floor. Extend one leg. Don't let those hips fall. Bring that leg down. Extend the other leg. Bring that leg down. Slowly lower yourself down to the floor. Take those shoulders out from underneath you. And just grab onto those knees. Gently just go from side to side. We're going to come into happy baby. So grabbing the outside of those feet. Pressing down, happy baby. Try and get those shoulders down to the floor. If you can, extend one leg at a time. A nice little stretch here in that hamstring. Other leg. And bring those legs together. Bring them down to the floor. So our final couple poses, we're going to go into our inversion, our supine inversion. So option is for that candlestick right here. You can even come against a wall and just extend those legs right up the wall. Still getting all the benefits of that inversion, letting that blood flow the opposite direction. If you are familiar with yoga and you're not new to yoga and you want to do your shoulder stand, that is perfectly fine as well. Just make sure you do not move your neck, okay? So keeping your neck nice and straight and roll yourself up. Hands come up the back, coming onto those shoulders and lifting those legs straight up in the air. Hold it here. From here, if you want to drop those feet back into that plow behind the head, you can come into that plow. Back up to that shoulder stand and slowly lower yourself down, taking your time. One vertebrae at a time. Take your time all the way down to the floor. Bring your hands underneath your hips. Slowly lower those feet down. Take your time. Down to the floor. Come up onto your elbows and drop the crown of your head back for fish pose, Makanasana. Counter stretch for that shoulder stand, opening up that throat. Tuck that chin under, come on back down to the floor, and let's bring that right leg into the chest. Take that right leg over the left side of the body into that spinal twist. Open up the right shoulder and look over your right arm. Bring that knee back in. Release that leg. Other side, left knee comes in. Take that leg right over the body and open up that left arm. Bring that knee in, and let's come into our final pose, Shavasana, or corpse pose. Just dropping those toes to the outside of the mat, hands come up, palms face up, and just letting your body sink into the mat, relaxing every muscle in your body.
everything that you just worked for, just letting it release and just nurture your body here. You can stay here as long as you like. You can shut off the video now and just relax in this position for a little bit. Or start to bring your attention back to your surroundings by wiggling your fingertips and your toes. And when you're ready, draw one knee at a time to your chest and roll over onto your right side in a fetal position, resting your head on your right arm. Continue to roll over onto your shins until you're in child's pose. Resting your head, arms back behind you. Slowly roll yourself up, keeping your eyes closed, placing your hands in heart center, bowing the head. Taking a moment to appreciate your practice for what it was today, for every day will be different and feel different. Sending all that positive energy, all those positive vibes that we created over the last 35-40 minutes out into the world to someone, to some place, some people that need it. From the light that shines within me to the light that shines within you. Namaste. Thank you all for joining.